Hi, I'm Charlie Panay. I'm going to cover some elements here on how to look after your property portfolio and investments during a crisis. Should you panic and sell your home in a crisis of any sort? Absolutely not. Property long term is a fantastic investment, and you've got to see out this and ride the wave as such. Your mortgages should be on great rates at the moment, and you should be able to cover those. If you're a buy-to-let investor especially, your rent will more than cover this. Now, there's always a cycle in UK property. It's normally around 18 years or so, and we have a 7-year growth, a little bit of uncertainty, another growth for 7 years, and then a crash of some sort. These are the best times to invest. So don't panic and sell, just sit on it and ride the wave. Can you stop the reduction in value of your home? I mean, I'll be honest, unless there's a real property crash, your value does not decrease. If we talk about modern crises at the moment, it's not affected property values. All it can do is potentially stop your growth. So you might not see as good a growth as you once saw potentially. So again, there's not much you can do to stop this. I mean, if the property crash is going to happen and it's going to fall, then again, you've just got to, as I said before, see it out. There's not a way you can sort of stop your property decreasing in value. But again, don't panic and actually seek out expert advice. Don't listen to things you hear on the news or Facebook. Go and find experts in property and ask their advice first. So should you offer potential relief to your tenants during some sort of economy crisis of such? I'll be honest, there's two elements to this. And from a business point of view, what you see with the property trends is if there ever is a crash, rental values go up. Why? Because people need to rent more. So from a selfish business point of view, I would say no. If it's a pure business decision, you should not look at this. From a personal point of view, I think my advice would be you take each situation as they come. I mean, if you have got someone who is in an industry that is struggling at that moment because of certain crisis, then if you can afford to make a payment plan where they pay a reduced rent with a clear and specific way of how they're going to make up the difference over a course of time, personally I would potentially be open to that. But from a business, no, because the best time for investors is the crashes. So the best way to monitor the current economy is very much looking for real reports. It's very easy for people to listen to what's being put on the general news, and there's a lot of scaremongering these days in the media, unfortunately. So my advice would be, again, I said it earlier, seek out actual experts in the property market. Try and find these experts and just ask them. Most experts like myself will be more than happy to give you free advice on what you can or can't do. Don't get caught up in also stocks and shares. What I find a lot of people do, they see the stocks move and they suddenly think, oh, property, what's happening with property? No, property does not get affected by the average crisis. When we talk about different types of flus and viruses that go around as such, we don't see property affected by that. Stocks and shares will, property doesn't. So the key thing here is don't panic, try and find out real news. So when do you invest again? Honest answer, from a business point of view, and there's a crash, it's the best time, because that's when you're going to get the best investments. So my advice is you always just buy now. There's no point wondering what's going to happen around the corner. When we're looking at property, too many people get caught up on, oh, am I going to see a return in 6 months, 8 months? Let's not look at that. We're looking at a course of a medium to long-term plan here. So personally, I say 5 years plus. Although in my own properties I've seen better performance within 2-3 years, I still, every time buying, I think 5 year plus. So don't get too caught up on, is it a good time, isn't it a good time? Think long term. And actually, history will tell you whenever there is an economy challenge, that's the best time to invest.